TGIF, everybody. Welcome back to Altcoin Daily. It's great to have you back. As you guys know, here at Altcoin Daily, I'm bringing you daily info on everything altcoin. You can subscribe to this channel and know that every day you'll be getting the latest and most relevant news to you, whether that be actual news, whether it be market strategies, or whether it be deep dives on the latest altcoins or the latest ICOs. I'm bringing you guys that information every day. If you're new to the channel, you're going to want to subscribe because just so you know, on YouTube, if you've checked it out in the cryptocurrency YouTube space, there's hundreds of bad cryptocurrency channels, and there's tens of good ones. And for this channel, I want to try and be one of the great ones. My last video, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I did a deep dive on Power Ledger, tried to bring you guys the most relevant information. So definitely check that out. But today we're talking about the news. So let's get into it. Oh yes. As everybody knows, Bitcoin is hovering around the $10,000 mark. Which is nice because, as we know, it dropped just a week ago, or a little over a week ago. It dropped all the way down to about, $6,000. And since then, it's been gradually going up. And the whole market, if you check the 7-day or even the 24 hours, right now it's actually a pretty healthy market. We're seeing a splattering of red and mostly green. Everything is kind of rising. So this is good. Market cap is just a bit under 500 billion, which is nice. Which is what we want to see. All right, this was a pretty interesting article. I pulled this because, as it says, as Bitcoin is testing $10,000, a mysterious crypto trader buys the dip. So, despite all the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that the media has been creating this past month, and everybody's saying, "Oh, will Bitcoin hit zero? Will Bitcoin hit zero? Is it a good investment?" The smart people are going to buy at these dips. And, this whale, he was a smart guy. So, according to BitInfo Charts, a mysterious buyer with a Bitcoin address of this purchased an astronomical amount of Bitcoins worth 344 million at a blended cost basis. So, between 8,400 at the 9th of January through the 12th of January. And once again, he added nearly 41,000 coins for a new total of 96,000 coins, worth somewhere around 900 million at today's price of 9,400. So, I just wanted to pull this article to show you that big money is trying to, sneak its way in at these low prices. And this guy was caught, but, it's no big deal. This guy's smart. Next, Spanish People's Party contemplates tax breaks for blockchain-based companies. The People's Party of Spain is considering legislation that would give tax breaks to companies that use blockchain technology, Bloomberg reports yesterday. Teodoro Garcia Ige, the lawmaker preparing the bill, told Bloomberg that the legislation should be ready this year. Garcia added that bringing blockchain-based companies into Spain will promote business across all industry, from finance to health, and then he went on to tweet, "We want to set up Europe's safest framework to invest in ICOs." Well, isn't that interesting? A country or a government or a party that wants to make things easy, that wants to have blockchain technology thrive in their country. I like that. More countries should adopt that mindset. Next up, as Bitcoin soars, so do Coinbase customer complaints. All right, so this article is basically saying, Coinbase, as we all know, I think, almost everybody uses Coinbase initially to get into Bitcoin and get into cryptocurrency. Super user-friendly. Obviously, one of the big negatives is the fees they charge, but it's super user-friendly, so a lot of people use it. But this article is saying, really how many problems they've been having. And let's just take a look. So this is this one guy's account. It was around midnight, January 31st, when Kay received an email from Coinbase containing a 1099 tax form. That was strange enough. Kay certainly didn't expect the cryptocurrency exchange to be a conduit for government documents. Then Kay looked at how much Coinbase said he owed money on. 2.4 million. Quote, "I initially freaked out considering I probably put a max of 8,000 into Coinbase, and somehow, I may be liable for millions." Kay said that in an online chat with CoinDesk. The next business day, Kay called Coinbase customer support only to have a representative tell him he couldn't answer the details on the phone and to email the company instead, which he did. only to get a formulaic response showing the IRS guidance to Coinbase. To this day, Kay says he has no idea where the 2.4 million figure came from. He says he is too busy to jump through more hoops with the large exchange in the US, that he feels safe in the knowledge that he doesn't have to pay taxes on 2.4 million in earnings since they don't exist. And that's just one guy's problem. If you guys looked at the Reddit for Coinbase recently, many people are posting problems. Either they have money taken from them, they're not able to access their money. If you just go through some of the titles, Coinbase stole 25,000 of my money and is not answering any support. Coinbase took 68,000 of my money, not answering support. Please upvote. 30,000 wire reversal missing. It's been 40 plus days. Just Coinbase needs to, in an otherwise, great company, besides the fees, they need to really fix these issues because this is going to hurt, cryptocurrency in the long run. But I have hope that Coinbase is going to fix these and work this stuff out. Next up, 10K again for Bitcoin, but other cryptos outperform. I just wanted to show you this article real quick. Bitcoin is going up, but actually some of these other coins are also having massive gains. Some of the top performers are Litecoin, with a weekly performance of plus 33.58%. If you've been following Litecoin, I'll just let you know. I'll clue you guys in, get you guys in on the know. Litecoin has been going up probably for two main reasons. One is LitePay is going to be added, making it easier for people to pay with Litecoin. And then number two, people are talking about a Litecoin hard fork, which I'll explain what that is in a little bit. But those are just two reasons Litecoin has probably went up. Ethereum Classic also had a great weekly performance of 26.92%. VeChain, this is a good company. I'll probably do a separate video on this sometime. It's went up 24.89%. Then also bottom performers, Bitcoin Gold, NEM, and Nano, formerly known as Rayblox. Of course, Nano probably seeing a correction because when they changed their name from Rayblox to Nano in the past, I don't know, it was a week ago, because of this rebranding, their coin got interest and it went through a spike. It's probably part of the correction, the reason it's down a little bit. Next. Okay, so no, Litecoin Cash isn't Bitcoin Cash all over again. Quote, "Be careful out there," so tweeted Litecoin creator Charlie Lee in response to the launch of Litecoin Cash, a cryptocurrency that's expected to spin off from his project, the fifth largest cryptocurrency by total value next weekend, taking its code and transaction history with it. Also, outspoken Lee went on to call the project a scam, warning users don't fall for it. So obviously what Charlie Lee is tweeting about is Litecoin Cash is supposedly the hard fork that's going to come out of Litecoin, which is the fifth largest cryptocurrency by total market value. Basically, for those who don't know, a hard fork is if, say, the developers or people who own a large stake in the original coin, if they think, this coin could be better suited this way, what a hard fork is they can basically take all of, in this case, Litecoin's total ledger history and then hard fork it into Litecoin Cash, and Litecoin Cash is supposedly going to do something better or different or whatever. And because if you own Litecoin before the hard fork, you'll automatically be able to have, Litecoin Cash, because it's taking that history, that everything, all the information in the ledger, and if you own Litecoin, you're in the ledger. It's going to take that and bring it over to Litecoin Cash at a specific date, and if you own Litecoin before that, you will be able to get, with no charge, no catch, you'll be able to, get into Litecoin Cash. Generally speaking, like Bitcoin Gold or any of the Bitcoin forks, maybe besides Bitcoin Cash, a lot of times these are just cash grabs in general, these hard forks, people just wanting to, make money. So Charlie Lee has said, and Litecoin has said in general, that they have nothing to do with Litecoin Cash. It's a scam. Don't pay any attention to it because it's not what we're going for. And so, yeah. That's one of the reasons why Litecoin has went up so much. Next, crypto regulation? Not anytime soon, says White House official. So as you know, about a week or two ago, the SEC and the government had a meeting on what to do with cryptocurrency, and really it wasn't, no decisions were made. It was just basically them talking about, this new, this new technology and this new growing industry. And basically what they decided, they didn't make any decisions, but kind of what a lot of them were saying was, let's do no harm. Just like the internet in 1995, where they adopted a policy, we don't want to hurt this technology, or we just want to regulate it. We don't want to do any harm. That's kind of what came out of the initial meeting. And, now they're saying, there's no regulations yet. So let's read. A White House official said Friday that legislation around cryptocurrency is unlikely to materialize anytime soon. Speaking with CNBC at the Munich Security Conference, White House Cybersecurity Coordinator and Special Assistant to President Rob Royce offered the dour assessment amidst a recent flurry of discussion on cryptocurrency regulations. He was quoted to say, "I think we're still absolutely studying and understanding what the good ideas and bad ideas in the space are, so I don't think it's close." Then later he said, "We haven't figured, we are worried there are benefits to the Bitcoin concept, digital cash, digital currencies," he said. "But at the same time, if you look at the way Bitcoin works, after there is a criminal act that takes place, you can't rewind the clock and take back that currency. We haven't figured that out yet," he added, "so it's a problem." So anyway, they're still in discussions, but they're making it clear there are no regulations as of yet. Next. Wow, you guys probably know this, or if not, your mom has probably seen this. Ellen DeGeneres on Bitcoin. It's either worth $20,000 or nothing. I don't think this headline really captures the importance of what Ellen did. We'll play a little bit of her video. Basically, Ellen talked about Bitcoin on her show, just making, general jokes and comments about it. She said she didn't really understand it. Either way, I think this is a good thing for cryptocurrency, because this may be a person's first time hearing about it. It may be a person's third time hearing about it. Either way, it's getting ingrained in society. So let's take a look.
That I am down with right now that I think everybody is learning about is Bitcoin. Who's heard of Bitcoin? Who can explain what Bitcoin is? Liar. Nobody knows how it works. Nobody. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin. Nobody understands it. It's like a plot twist in a confusing movie. When you're watching a movie and your friends are acting like they know what's going on, and you're like, yeah, I do too. And then you're like, what the hell is everybody I have no idea. And all I know is Bitcoin is either worth $20,000 or nothing. That's what I know. It's like a digital antiques roadshow. You're just standing in line and you have no idea till you get there. But
anyway, the point of this, you can, I encourage you guys to go to Ellen's Twitter, follow her, find this video, watch the whole thing. She talks about it for a little under 3 minutes. But either way, this is a good thing for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, obviously, because this is what's going to get Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, just like be normalized in society. And this is exactly the kind of stuff that Letterman and Leno and Oprah were doing back in 1995, talking about, hey, have you guys heard about this internet? What is this? Next. This is a little bit of old news, but I've never talked about it, so let me just briefly mention it. The Winklevoss twins did a little talk where they talked about that Bitcoin will someday be worth as much as 40 times its current value, and that compared to gold, it's actually, an even better investment. And we'll listen to a little bit of that.
Side, we believe Bitcoin disrupts gold. We think it's a better gold if you look at the properties of money and what makes gold scarcity. Bitcoin's actually fixed in supply. It's better than scarce in gold. It's more portable. It's fungible. It's more durable. It sort of equals or better gold across the board. So if you look at $100 billion market cap today, now last week it might have been more like 200. But so it's actually a buying opportunity. We think that there's a potential appreciation of 30 to 40 times, because you look at the gold market today, it's a $7 trillion market. And so a lot of people are starting to see that. They recognize the store of value properties. So we think regardless of the price moves in the last few weeks, it's still a very underappreciated asset. And Bitcoin's just the first cut. And if Bitcoin's a better gold, imagine your financial system with only gold as an asset class. That's how sort of early in the beginning this is. There's going to be a menu of many cryptocurrencies, and they're going to rethink the entire internet and how we sort of view it. You could never buy a piece of the internet back in the 90s. You couldn't buy the protocols. You could invest in a VC firm on Sand Hill Road that had to pick Amazon versus Pets.com. So you had to get lucky. You had to be very privileged and get lucky many times to get it. Now you can just buy a piece of the protocol. So buying Bitcoin is like a call option on the entire Bitcoin ecosystem.
All right, so that's just a little taste of what they're talking about. You guys should find the whole video and watch it if you're interested. But the Winklevoss twins, obviously famous from being Mark Zuckerberg's antagonists in that movie, The Social Network, played by Armie Hammer. But they originally said they invented Facebook, and they sued Mark Zuckerberg, and they got a settlement. Either way, these guys, the Winklevoss twins, early adopters of Bitcoin. So of course it's in their best interest to say that Bitcoin will be someday worth a lot, but doesn't mean they're wrong. And they go on to make some good points and trying to explain it to everybody at this conference and who's watching this video about why they think that Bitcoin is worth what it's worth, and why blockchain technology in general is going to change things. So pretty cool to see that. Then finally, one last thing. If you guys are involved in the crypto community and the YouTube crypto community, you guys have probably heard about the controversy with Suppoman. This is Suppoman. If you watch his videos, he's very active in the community, just talking about cryptocurrencies, ICOs. Now, overall, what I want to pull from this is just be aware of scams in general. And this new ICO that just finished its ICO, its initial coin offering, Seele, a lot of people saying it's a scam. This is this guy's point on this Reddit. Hey, so today is the whitelist opening of Seele, and I have to share my DD because that's the biggest ripoff I've seen for a long time. 1. The CEOs aren't blockchain experts. If you search for the CEOs and others in their university homepage, such as Dr. Bai Wei, you can see that he was a glaucoma researcher there. How crazy is that? If you do it with the other members too, you'll see that they have been PhD students, but that's it. Nothing blockchain related at all. And people from that group at those universities have been asked if they know them, and they do, and they say that they have absolutely nothing to do with blockchain. Number 2, the white paper. It's a joke, some gibberish, phrasing to fool people. The best part is at the end with the references 4, references 3 of them to Wikipedia. And then the long-time pinned message regarding Chained.com and their famous investor, Peter Du. Okay, so Peter Du, they say, is a big investor and big advisor. I have absolutely no idea that this guy even exists. For a good time, this pinned message on Telegram, this was a pinned message on Telegram, and on the Chainted homepage, claimed he invested in IOTA, BAT, and Zequilla. I have been in the Zequilla presale and translated their white paper, so I have a good connection to Zequilla and asked them about Peter Du and Chainted. I have email proof that they say they never heard of him and will force him to remove this. They removed then the whole website, and on the Seele homepage, Zequilla isn't mentioned anymore. Now they added Rayblock to the list. Guys, this is all fake. What I think Seele is, they found out that Westerners fall for big Chinese products. They took their PhD and university reputation to fake their career. They are the faces of this money-grabbing project. They added the big universities for credibility and faked an entire investor in Peter Du. They faked a homepage. So this guy's saying that Seele is, a little bit fake. And if you actually go to their website, it's actually, I can see his points a little bit. You really don't get an idea of what Seele does just because they use so many big words, big buzzwords. And you don't really, and they're just kind of generally explaining blockchain technology in this video. You're not really sure what this is going to do. So their statement, Seele is powered by an upscale neural consensus protocol for high throughput concurrency among large-scale heterogeneous nodes, and is able to form a unique heterogeneous forest multi-chain ecosystem. Right. Oh, that's very clear. I can't believe you guys don't know what that is. Either way, part of the reason, besides just people who were interested in this and realizing it's a scam, the big news is that Suppoman, that's his biggest ICO moneymaker, his recommendation for 2018, and he was charging people, $10 just for that information. And then when they got that information, and some people are looking at this, they're like, oh, this is a huge scam. Then Suppoman, he apologized and said maybe, he's sorry, he has to rethink everything. My personal opinion, I don't think Suppoman is a bad guy. He was one of the original guys on YouTube, pushing cryptocurrency, and he does a lot of good. But on the other hand, I just think he needs to be a little bit more transparent. Because, hey, if you want to charge $10 for information, that's fine. But if you're going to shill stuff like this, come on, man. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for sticking with it. That's the Altcoin Daily News. Make sure you subscribe. If you guys have any comments about all this, feel free to comment right under the video. And check out my last video on Power Ledger so you can really find out what's up with that. All right. Thank you, guys. Peace.